With us now is Janice Columbi, who's an expert on computer systems, and she's helped us out in terms of picking one for ourselves here at this old house. What kind of system have you brought us here? What will it do?
I brought you a personal business computer, Bob. It'll do a lot of different things. What applications do you want it to do?
Well, I need something that will compose letters, write letters for us. I need something that will provide me with, say, a list of every guest I've ever had on every show in the past. And if I get a question from somebody as to who was the lady that brought the ceramic tiles, I want to be able to retrieve that information. I'd also like to be able to have a little bit of control on the budget, or at least keep track of the budget and the checkbook. And I'd like to somehow have a daily log of all the activity that goes on here in terms of phone calls and messages that arrive.
Okay, this will be the perfect unit for you. This will do all that plus much more.
Really, it has the capability to do a lot more than just that.
That's right.
Well, why don't we talk a little bit about the components that we see in front of us here.
Okay, this configuration has 4 main units. And
configuration, huh? That means just the setup, the different pieces that we have here.
That's correct.
You refer to as a configuration.
We have a keyboard here, which is broken into 3 different parts. This section right here is just like a regular typewriter keyboard, set up exactly like that. These are the function keys, and this is how you tell the computer what you want to do.
Okay.
And this right here is a numeric keypad used for people who need to enter a lot of numbers.
All right.
It's a quick and easy way for them to do that.
So the accountants spend most of their time at this end of the keyboard over here.
Right.
Then everything you press into this keyboard just travels out through this cord into this little TV set.
It's like a TV set. This is the monitor. It's got a very high resolution.
Yeah, indeed. You can read all of that quite easily.
That's right. It's much more clear than a regular television.
TV set, yeah.
Okay, and sometimes you need to take what's on the screen and put it in printed form.
And get a letter, yeah.
And get a letter. And here I have a printer. The characters are electronically sent through a little wire, and they print out on a piece of paper, and that's the thing that you can mail to.
Can they also, well, can you also use your own letterhead, your own stationery in there?
Yes, you can put your own letterhead in and feed it through if you'd like.
Wonderful.
And the last component is called the system unit. This is more or less the brains of the computer. The memory is in here.
All right, what do you put in there?
Okay, what you need to put in there are these little floppy disks. These are operating systems.
They're like phonograph records, and that's the phonograph.
That's right. There are a number of different systems that you can buy. You can get a word processing system or a spreadsheet calculator, accounting, any type of application that you may need.
Let's get a sense of how it works. Now, what if I wanted to write a memo to Norm, for example?
Okay, that would be a word processing system, and the system that I have to show you is Select, which is a very good word processing system.
So you just plug it in there.
You just put it into the system unit, and I'll call it up onto the screen now. Okay, and I'll just type in Select. And this is calling the system.
A screen-oriented word processing system.
That's right. And these are all the commands that you can use with Select. I've already entered a letter in that you may have written to Norm, so why don't we take a look at that, and you can see if you'd like to add or delete anything from it. Okay. I have named this letter Norm letter, so if you have to look in your directory for the name of it, it will prompt you to know that this was the letter that you had written to Norm.
So you type in Normlet.
Right.
You've got a limit of what, 7 letters?
The name will only take 7 characters, that's why.
Okay, I understand. Loading Normlet, please stand by. I like it. It talks to you, kind of.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's very user-friendly, which is a term that means if you put it away for a while, you'll be able to come back to the system and understand how to use it. Okay, this is the letter that I've composed.
Dear Norm, as per our phone call today, here is a list of items that need to be completed on our current project. Hang screen door, call for final bills from lumberyard. Oh, you know, I missed one there.
Oh, you did?
I should have told you also about the gutters at this old house and having them cleaned.
Okay,
so do we have to start over again?
No, we don't. We can just insert that third item. So I'll use the insert command.
Okay, then just simply say item 3, clean gutters.
Okay.
Terrific. Boy, it is really...
I spelled that wrong.
Let
me correct that. See how easy that is?
You just back up and erase it.
That's right.
Fantastic. No, and it's
Okay.
great that you can make any changes to your text right here before you get it down in print.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of which, are we ready to print it now?
Yes, it seems like to be in the correct format, so now we'll print it.
Yeah. How do you go about
Okay. We'll keep the document as it is.
that? Yeah.
Okay, now we'll be flashing up the set of commands again. Why don't you do this, Bob, and see if you can
You trust me, huh?
figure out how to print it.
All right, it says create list name print. So what do I do? Just hit the P?
That's right.
And then the document name?
That's right.
N-O-R-M-L-E-T. And then
Hit return.
hit return.
Mhm.
Start
Okay.
at page, end at
And then
page.
we'd like a final draft of this.
Final.
And then we'll hit return.
Mm-hmm.
And then the
Turn on
paper is in
printer.
there correctly, so.
Is it ready to go now?
Yep, now the characters are loading into the printer.
They're just going through the little wire over
That's
there.
right.
We don't have to hit anything else over
No.
here. Is it saying something to us?
Saying that it's ready. Oh, here it goes.
There it goes.
Okay, and
And it's
here it is ready for your signature.
on a tear sheet.
There you go.
I've got a pen here actually, but he'll
Okay.
love this. But if I wanted this on formal letterhead, I could do that also.
That's right.
Boy, what does all this cost?
This configuration, including the printer, is around $4,200.
And what if something breaks? I mean, you get the impression it's kind of delicate equipment. If something breaks down, is it a real problem?
Okay, you just take one of these discs, which would be a diagnostic disc, slip it into a disk drive, and it will go through each one of the units and tell you what the problem is. And then you can send whatever unit that's malfunctioning to a service center. You can bring it in or send it in.
So basically what you've got here is Dr. Disc,
That's right.
and it tells you what's wrong with it.
That's right.
Fantastic. Janice, thanks a lot for your time. We've really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Bob.
You know, I think it's getting towards dusk outside, and this would be a good time to take a look at Dick Metcher touring the grounds with Tom Worth and talking about all the outdoor lighting. Let's do that.
Dick, of course, this is where the car would first come and pause and take a view at your front door there, isn't it?
Tom, you've done a fantastic job with the landscaping here. It's just a beautiful view right through
Oh,
here.
we kind of parted the fur, so we get a nice
great
glimpse.
first view of the house.
We turn the corner and go